It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from XT Brewing Company, and it's a can of this Squid Ink Cascadian Black Ale coming in at 5.5% ABV. Lovely looking can. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. I got quite a funny story with this beer. I'll get to it now in a moment. First of all, let me pour the beer. It's always good to tell a story with a beer in your hand, yeah? So, we have a 2-finger, slightly off-white head, heading towards tan colour, jet black beer in the glass, a little bit of light bleeding towards the bottom of the glass, and good levels of carbonation. These used to be called black IPAs, now they're called Cascadian Dark Ales or Cascadian Black Ales, as XT Brewing Company have called it. It's basically a beer which used to, back in the day, back to say 2011, 2012, used to close your eyes, drink it and think you were drinking a golden beer. A golden kind of hoppy IPA, but no, indeed it's black. That was the kind of previous idea. Now they're heading towards, some head towards hoppy stouts, some still head towards that kind of golden magic ale that's black in the glass. So going back to this story, Best of British Beer, one of our channel sponsors on the show, sent us a yard of ale. And this yard of ale was sent to us well over a month ago. And it's been sitting in my living room, big tall tube, cardboard tube of beer. And I was thinking to myself, and the reason why it's been sat there for a month is I've been thinking to myself, well, I've been away travelling and we've been doing Poland and Norway and Belgium, and it's been very busy for us brewing and travelling around. But the other reason I haven't got around to it quick enough was the fact that I thought to myself, when am I going to get to drink a yard of ale? And it's just, I was just thinking to myself, how, and the next thing was, how have they done it? So I've been mysteriously looking at this tube for a month thinking, how is it a yard of ale in there? It must be like, in my mind I had it was the, you know, the yard glass which has got the ball on the bottom and it's filled up with beer, and you've got to drink it all and you've got to be careful towards the bottom. You've got to spin the glass before you get to the bottom. Anyway, I thought it was one of them that basically you maybe peeled the top back like a foil top or something, and then you had this kind of yard of ale, this ready-made yard of ale. But no, after a month, after setting up in my garden, in my Speedos, ready to make one of my comical videos, I set the camera up, I got my Speedos on, I pressed record on the camera, and I'm having a laugh and a joke, and I'm unboxing this beer, and I take the lid off this cardboard tube, and there's a can on the top. And I pull one out, and there's another can, and another can. It's basically a yard of cans from bestofbritishbeer.co.uk. So, it wasn't a blooming yard of ale after all with a big glass of beer. So anyway, XT, this is the first of their beers. XT Brewing Company's Cascadian Black Ale. 5.5% ABV. Let's get the aroma. Link is in the description box in the video for bestofbritishbeer.co.uk if you want to visit their website. Hoppy, very nice and hoppy. Nice and citrusy, good bit of grapefruit mixed with, I'm getting a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of kind of espresso and some chocolate from the roasted malts. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, that is a lovely beer. This is, it's very hoppy on the back end, it's very bitter, it's very hoppy, there's some nice cascade in there. The hops are mentioned on the side of the can. We have Columbus, Summit, Galaxy and Chinook, so no Cascade. They call it a Cascadian Dark Ale with no Cascade hops. So Columbus, Summit, Galaxy and Chinook. and a tsunami of 9 malts. So that tsunami of 9 malts really is sending it towards probably, let's have one more taste. For me, it's like a mild. It's like a really, really hoppy mild. Loads of hops, loads of biscuity, bready, malty, fantastic hops. It's nutty. There's some roasted malts in there as well. You got the chocolate, the coffee, the caramel. And then a crescendo of American hops on the back end. It is a remarkable hoppy beer. They've not held back on the hops at all here. It's a fantastic beer. It is... It's a strange one. It's not that golden hoppy beer that I described earlier, and it's not a stout, a hoppy stout at the same time. I'm going to kind of go with a hoppy mild. But with that 9 malts brings a fantastic, fantastic mouthfeel to the beer. It's lush, rich, dense and creamy. It's quite beautiful actually, the mouthfeel. It sticks on your palate a little bit longer, so the beer takes a little bit more time to slide down your throat. So as it's sitting on your palate a little bit longer, it's releasing more flavour. It's releasing more of that hop flavour onto your palate and the malt flavour. Yeah, it's a good beer. Look at this. Look at the way the beer's conditioned. Look at that lovely lacing on the glass. It's most definitely a Stone the Crows beer. Most definitely. I like it enough to rate it, and I'm going to rate it. The hops on the back end, let me explain them quickly before I rate it. They're really bitter hops. It leaves a big bitterness on the back end, and I think you need that for that 9 malt, to get over that 9 malts in the beer. So it's a good balance really between a nice malty sweet beer and a nice bitter finish on the back end. And there's some grapefruit, some orange peel and some lemon peel in there if you like. Love the lace on the glass, love the mouthfeel to the beer. I like that enough, I really do. I like that enough to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.